So let's talk about a comment that was made last week regarding an Xbox executive. This guy is named Matt Booty, and he's the head of Xbox's game studios for the gaming department within Xbox. Now, we've seen him show up at conferences and huge shows like E3 and, of course, XO19. Well, he came out in an interview with MCV and spoke about what all the studios will be making in regards to first-party games being made exclusively for the Xbox Series X. Now, I know most people would think that a new console should have games only for that console, but as tech moves forward and as time moves forward, we all know that's just not a smart move and a little weird at this point. So I want to get into this interview and discuss what Matt Booty says exactly, and also give some comparison to what the competition is doing and how this differs from all the other generations in regards to consoles and Xbox. Because we all know with new tech and new leadership, we will be able to get new types of exclusives and gaming experiences. So let's see what exactly was said and see if this is better for you as a gamer. But before we dive into that, if you like the video, hit that subscribe button and that like button. The support is greatly appreciated. Alright, enough of that. Let's first talk about this notion that a console needs to launch with games that only that console could use. It's one of the weirdest things I've seen anyone say, especially since for years, a lot of graphics cards have played multiple games no matter which so-called generation of hardware you had in your PC. Not to mention, it's extremely hard for a game to sell very well on such a small install base, and it's almost dumb for a developer to corner themselves into one system that doesn't have a large marketplace. Which brings us to what Matt Booty said in an interview. Here's what the article had to say. Speaking with MCV, Xbox Game Studio head Matt Booty confirmed that all games coming from the studios over this year and the next will be cross-gen titles. This will allow those who invest in an Xbox console between now and the Xbox Series X release to feel like they have made a good investment. Now, if what this article is saying is true, that truly does sound like a very pro-consumer thing Xbox is trying to do. Because as someone that's invested in Xbox the last several years, I don't want all my purchases and future purchases to mean nothing. It's very cool to see a company actually support a piece of hardware that I might have bought 2 or 3 years ago. Not to mention the people that bought a new Xbox One X this holiday season. People that aren't hardcore gamers but still spend their hard-earned money on a console. Why leave those people in the dust for no reason? And that's where this quote by Matt Booty comes into play. He sees Xbox as a family of devices that can play all past and future Xbox games. Here's exactly what he had to say. As our content comes out over the next year, 2 years, all of our games, sort of like PC, will play up and down that family of devices. We want to make sure that if someone invests in Xbox between now and the Series X, that they feel that they made a good investment and that we're committed to them with content. Alright, if anyone, and I mean anyone, makes fun of this in any way, they honestly don't care about gaming. This is one of the best things a company can do to the people that invest in their product. Instead of making people buy new hardware, they're allowing everyone already in the ecosystem to slowly upgrade their console if they so choose to. And let's say someone can't upgrade day one but wants to still play the new games that come out. Well, they'll be able to play games on the older hardware because they earned that by investing in the Xbox ecosystem. This is exactly like a PC where the platform is so open and consumer friendly, people can have all sorts of different hardware and still be able to play the most current games. Let's say someone has a very old graphics card and they can't play the newest AAA game at the highest settings. Well, that's alright because they'll be able to still play the game and experience it with the hardware they currently have, but someone else with a brand new graphics card will be able to have that amazing experience but at a higher setting. It's not about who has the best or who has the most powerful graphics card, and only those people that have that can play those games. It's about gaming and allowing anyone to play these amazing games we've had come out. There's no cutoff point if you don't have the most powerful graphics card. They aren't forcing you to buy the latest and greatest cards and hardware. Now, of course, if your system is several years old, then your graphics card doesn't support the game, you have to upgrade, but that happens over several years, and usually by then, most people tend to upgrade their entire system. So it's very pro-consumer for developers to bring their game to as many people as possible, but that doesn't mean they don't take advantage of the latest and greatest hardware or are held back because of the other graphics cards on the market. And that's where the Xbox Series X comes into play. Some people think that because of Xbox supporting the older Xbox One consoles, that the games will be held back, which is such a weird notion considering PC has been doing this for years. Luckily for us, Matt Booty addresses this. Here's what he had to say in the article in the interview. While there won't be Xbox Series X exclusive games at launch, Microsoft will still make sure to showcase the console's power and features with select franchises like Halo. Matt Booty says, our approach is to pick one of two IP that we're going to focus on and make sure that they're there at the launch of the console, taking advantage of all the features. And for us, that's going to be Halo Infinite, which is a big opportunity. It's the first time in over 15 years that we'll have a Halo title launching in sync with a new console, and that team is definitely going to be doing things to take advantage of Series X. This honestly brings a smile to my face because I truly think that Xbox has been hitting pretty much everything out of the park. Not only do they have so many awesome studios under their belts, but they've been bringing so much great content and features to the Xbox gamers. And the decisions they have made for the Xbox ecosystem have been stellar. And this is one of those decisions I fully support because it's such an awesome feature for consumers. As for me personally, you all know I'm getting the Xbox Series X day one, and it's awesome to see them pushing the hardware with their biggest first-party games, not to mention if the rumors are true about it being a far more powerful console than the competition, all the third-party developers will push the hardware also. But I love the support for the older Xbox One consoles because I have friends who aren't getting any console at the start of the generation and will still want to play Halo Infinite with me or some other first-party games that come out, not to mention third-party games that my friends and I play, where we will still play together no matter which generation of console they're on. So it's a win-win for all gamers because no matter what you choose, you'll always get what you pay for. If you stay with the current gen consoles, you'll get a great experience with some of the new games coming out. If you upgrade day one, you'll get awesome experiences at a far higher graphic fidelity and performance because you put the money down on a new console. But if you pay attention to what Matt Booty says, he does say that this will probably happen for the next 2 or 3 years, which is plenty of time for people to decide if they want to upgrade their console, because over time, the older Xbox One console, just like graphics cards, will not have the power to run the games that are being developed. And it's just the cost of tech at that point. If you can't run the software being developed, you have to upgrade your hardware. And that's what I think is going to happen with the Xbox Series X. Sooner or later, most people will only be able to run on the Xbox Series X. Now, of course, this won't happen right off the bat, and people will not be left behind. Instead, it will happen over time, and it's going to be a gradual transition. To me, that's the best way to do it, and from the looks of things, that's what PlayStation is doing with their PlayStation 5. From what we've seen first party wise, they don't have anything exclusive coming for their first party at the launch so far. Now, of course, that can change when E3 2020 comes and goes, but for now it's looking like they will implement that type of structure. And if they don't, well, hey, that's to me a little weird, and to leave over 100 million consumers behind just because a new piece of hardware comes out seems a little weird. Either way, let's see how it all plays out, but for me right now, it's awesome to see Xbox push the boundaries of what they want to do with the Xbox platform and also give us a launch console that we've never seen before and doing things differently and kind of shaking up the industry. But enough about what I think about this. Tell me what you think about this. What other games do you want to see Xbox push on the Xbox Series X? Do you like that the Xbox One family of devices will be supported for a few more years? Do you think PlayStation is going to do the same thing? Is cross-generation gaming something you actually like? When do you think the Xbox One will be the cutoff from current generation games? Do you want to play with your friends that can't upgrade right away? Go down below and let me know. And I hope you enjoyed the video, and if you did, please hit that subscribe button and that like button. The support helps out the channel more than you know. And give me a follow on Twitter at Zalker87. I'm always on there talking games and sharing my latest videos. And also follow me on Mixer. I recently started streaming on Mixer because I find the community much more engaging and fun. So if you want to hang out and chat with me, I'm very active with my chat and always playing games. The links will be in the description. I hope to see you guys there. And that's all for now. Thanks for watching, and until next time, remember, enjoy your gaming. Later.